Hello everyone. I'm sorry for taking so long on releasing this video, but it's just I've had like a few problems over here and there. I got sick and it screwed over my voice, and just I don't know. I've been thinking whether to like make a script for this video or just eyeball it and just talk, because I feel like if I make a script, then I won't be speaking sincerely and I'll just be like sounding really robotic. I think you can tell that I don't have a script, so we'll just have to see how it goes. And I'm sorry in advance if it sucks. So we all know LostWord, right? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone here who's watching this video knows about it, because it's like the only thing that I've been making videos on for like the past 3 years now. And if there's any like OG players still here with me, we can both agree that this game is not doing as well as it was in the past. I have one very important reason on why, and that reason is that the devs aren't communicating properly with the community. And that sucks, because we used to get a lot of dev letters, a lot of live stages, like that may not sound like a lot, but it's way more than what we get now. We don't even get any of these things anymore. And, a lot of people care about this game, I care about it a lot, which is why I'm dunking on the game right now, because it sucks and it's really bad and it's really boring and it's repetitive, and the devs just keep making the same characters over and over again. I don't think they'll stop until we have 100 Remelias, but that's okay. Whatever makes them money. Honestly, just people don't really care about LostWord that much anymore. You can go to the YouTube channel and you'll see that like their videos have like less than 1,000 views, which is really concerning for a game like this. Like the Discord server had like 50,000 members, and it just went down again. It hasn't reached that point anymore. And I feel like there's a lot of things that the devs miscommunicate. I don't know, it's just they've just been really slow and complacent with what they're doing now. Like every maintenance is just 2 new characters and that's it, but we don't get a lot of unique stuff anymore. We don't get like new elemental EX stages anymore. We don't get like actual cool unique designs. Like, yeah, I guess we do get those, but it's for the same character every single time. There's a lot of things to say about this game. Like, one of the worst things I think about this game is that the story is really horrible. Okay, we don't get that much updates on the story as we used to back then. Like, I'm surprised we are still stuck in chapter 4, and it's been like a year or two since it was like released. That's really bad, because it's a mobile gacha game and these updates are taking way too long. The devs are just focusing on putting out more characters and more events that are tied to them, which honestly just feel like sponsors for them to like, oh hey, you should get this character and stuff. And that sucks, because most people are gonna be free to play. I'm free to play. Yeah, I didn't get that Yuyuko and the Aya Pass, because as much as I want Yuyuko, that's not worth my money. But okay, enough of that. Let's talk about Moria Unmapped. And honestly, you can compare it to Divergent Spirits and the Tower, and it's just like the same thing, except it's like it's a wave, but you can only use these characters and stuff or whatever. I don't know. I just don't like that game mode. It seems really unfinished, and they had to add a gimmick to it so people would be interested. I just think they could pour their effort into more things that aren't repetitive and copy paste. Give us a new elemental EX stage. We haven't had one in a while. The last one was Metal EX, I believe, and people back then also requested Earth EX, and we still haven't gotten it. People, they want Dragon Arista. We all love her. We still don't have her yet, and we're just getting like the same useless characters that we don't care about. Like, why are we making these universes so complicated? We don't need all of these. The devs are just stalling as much as they can before they actually have to work on the game. That's how I feel like it is, because it's just, you don't need to take years just to add one character or like finish one chapter. You guys remember in the Discord they had this channel for content creators where they could share their videos and stuff, and like maybe it wasn't that much, but I feel like the role and like just being able to do that in a huge server like that, in the official one no less, it motivated a lot of people to make videos and try to get into the content creator space. I posted something in the feedback channel like a month ago, and I still haven't gotten a response, which just comes to show like how the community is just being treated. Like, I can't even get a simple answer. I can't get a yes or a no. I just have to imagine what they could tell me, you know? There's nothing to be hyped about anymore. There's like 2.5 anniversary, we had Shinki and Mima, you know. They were cool, people were excited. We got the buddy system and a few other updates, you know. They added cool stuff. And this latest anniversary, we get like 2 super generic characters that no one really cared for. It just really comes to show how these maintenances are just being thrown out super easily. They don't even care about the characters anymore. I can see why a lot of people stopped playing it even in the earlier days, because what is there to do apart from like the main story? Like, you just complete a stage, and then, oh, Divergent Spirits, oh, you beat a stage, but like same one 100 times. Scarlet Devil Tower, you just beat a stage, and then you move on to another stage. And then Maria Unmapped, oh, you beat a stage, but you use a little sticker, and then after that you beat another stage with a different sticker. You know what I mean? Like, if you put it into like that perspective, everything just seems the same. But I mean, yeah, there's not a lot to do with the game. It's just like an RPG. But if the devs really cared for this game, they'd look into what the community wants. You know, they used to do that. You could put something in the feedback, or you could do something in the server. It won't matter, you know. Like, I remember seeing some guy like talking about like the end of like LostWord's story, and honestly, it was really cool. But I just know the devs wouldn't do anything about it. You know, we're still on chapter 4. Maybe they'll go, maybe chapter 4 will be like 10 more chapters combined into one or something, you know? We're never going to find that out unless the devs actually focus and lock in and do a bunch of good stuff for us, you know? They can't even give us like return login bonuses because, I don't know, they just don't like it, I guess. It just demotivates a lot of people to not come back to the game. You remember the like Yuyuko and Kaguya, the relic ones? You know, they can like change the enemy's elements, which I will say right now is a really bad thing to do, because yeah, look, I use Yuyuko, okay? I'm just at fault like anyone else, but in the long run it's not really good because the devs can just make like even more characters to do that, and it'll just make all the stages super easy because you can just use one skill and you win the game. You know, you can just make the enemy into wood, and then you use whatever characters you have with like wood elements, and then they die. Which, yeah, I know like super hard stages wouldn't do that, but it's not like a bunch of people can even do those anyways, because a lot of the content in the end game it's just blocked off for a bunch of people because they don't have one character, and that sucks. You know, I think the devs can make hard content for people to play, but they do it in a really bad way. They manage a lot of their stuff super horribly. Like, the game's just more monetized, and there's a lot of issues that they just aren't fixing, you know? Like, you know, we have the pay to win log characters, we have Aya Pass, we have a new bundle with every new character, you know? And it sucks because they've also removed a few things. Like, I don't know if you remember, but the trial quests, they used to give the character music. Like, say if it was like C3 Mioi, you'd also get her music. And they don't do that anymore. They just stopped for no reason. The devs I just feel like they don't like free-to-play players, you know? Like, God Crystals are really hard to get if you don't do a lot of stuff. Like, you only get a lot if it's from like the Everyone Wins campaign. But if not, you just have to wait and do a ton of Scarlet Devil Tower stuff, you know? You know, if you want to have a lot of story cards and a lot of characters, you're gonna need a lot of it, which just sucks. You know, I just feel like the devs exclude a lot of people just because they can't spend money. And yeah, they have to make their money somehow. They have to keep the game running. But I feel like more people would be willing to spend if they actually added new exciting stuff, you know? Well, I think I've talked about a lot of the things that I don't like with the game, but I'd also like to give a few suggestions on how they could work on this. You know, I just wish the devs would pay attention to what the community wants. Like, just give us like even a few quality of life updates. Like, don't stop us from playing stages if we're like one story card over, or like one character over, or like storage, you know? I think they should give us like 30 days to like clear our storage, or else it automatically gets like exchanged into tokens and still let us play, you know? I think that would be a good change, because you don't have to like be concerned if like you pull and like, oh, you have to like spend like 50 minutes trading away like 1,000 story cards because you couldn't get your character or whatever, and you couldn't spark. I exaggerated that, but you know what I mean. and also like give us like the corrindo roulette and like make it updated, you know, like stop giving us the old units and give us new relevant unit, because as well, like a lot of people are free to play and you'd give them a chance to get these characters. And then also I just suggest, please just delete Maria Unmapped. That game mode is horrible. We don't need it, honestly. And just actually work on the story, make it developed. You can just make, I don't even know anymore. But you know what I mean, you know, there's a lot of things the devs can do to fix this game, and they can start communicating with the community more. But you know, overall, the game is just really bad right now, and I don't want to like make people stop playing it just because of what I'm saying. I'll come back to it eventually, you know. I have a lot of videos to make on it still, and you know, I can still see the fun in the game, you know, but that doesn't mean that the devs shouldn't just be lazy and have every maintenance be 2 new characters and that's it. So yeah, I think I'll end it here. I'm sorry if this didn't come out that well. I'm just going off what I have to say. I don't have a script or anything. I don't know if you want to say anything, just comment it, you know, if you agree or disagree with me, or like just tell me about like your favorite moments of LostWord in the past, or like now, you know, or like video suggestions if you want, you know. I'll come back, I'll do stuff. I love the game and I hate it. So yeah. I'm sorry for taking so long on making this video. It's just been really hard. If I had a script and I wanted to write down every little thing that I dislike and I could fix about this game, this video would not come out until like the end of this year, honestly. I have so many things to say. It's not even funny. And yeah, I just wanted to say what I had to say, you know? This game has like helped me through a lot of things, and I've made a lot of good memories with people through this game. So I just don't want to see this game just go into end of service, you know. That's just, I don't want to ever see that, and I hope the devs can realize that this game needs a lot of changes and a lot of communication. You know, I want to see this game like actually be something, you know. I don't want it to just be stuck on chapter 4. I don't want it to just be copy paste characters. I don't want it to just, yeah, I'm just repeating myself, but I'm sorry. That's what I get for not making a script. Yeah, I'll let you all be now. I'll be back soon. Maybe I'll make a video, but not with my voice, because yeah. Have a nice day, everyone, and I'll see you later, and I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can. I should have time, so yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Bye bye.